All right, so going through the interview process. So, number one, they apply online. Number two, we reach out to them via text, email, and you guys could even call. Whatever, this is your guys' money, right? Like, so I'm going to be doing texting and emailing, which I'm pretty good at. So that's what I've been sending you guys leads, and I'm going to send anybody leads that I think needs them, or however I want to do it, whatever I'm going to do. So you guys are going to get those. All they've done is apply online. So one thing you guys want to be really familiar with is what that ad looks like. And I haven't changed the ad.
Okay.
So you get good at the ad. Now, if I change the ads, I'm just going to have to let you guys know. I'll just be like, hey, the ads changed a little bit. And what I'm able to do from my years of doing this is when they keep asking the same questions that I wish they already knew, it means that the interview, I hadn't correctly wrote it, or, I'm getting the wrong answers back. Or attracting the wrong people, or anything like that. So we're going to keep honing that stuff down. Also understanding what the questions are, but you guys look at the questions, so you guys know what those are. So there's with that. So that's what happens there. So we text them. Number 3, they respond. Included in this one up here, I want the Aspen faststart.com/openings. Let me get that spelled right. With an S, GS. So include that with the first text. So that'll give them an opportunity. One, there's a video at the top. It's about 10 minutes long. Right now it's talking about September. Nothing's changed yet. Iowa, like all the top reps are like, Iowa's going to keep us busy the rest of the year. Okay. And we already know, and I talked to the managers too, they do think that no matter what, they're going to have people working in the Joplin down to Rogers area in the winter. And they also think that there are going to be hurricanes coming in, and that if that happens, it's like full throttle all the way through the winter, for making good money for everybody. Otherwise, they're working down in Nashville or Joplin, which is just a little bit old. Nothing wrong with it though. So we respond back. Or they respond. Saying, yes, very interested, great. At that point, I'm handing them off to you guys. So they haven't gone through the walkthrough yet. So at that point, what I want you guys to do is number 4, schedule a phone screening interview. Schedule screening phone, or what's the other one? Zoom. Whatever you guys want to do. You guys might get good at Zoom, and that's very helpful to you guys. We're going to get talking about that. At the end of that appointment, at the end of that conversation, and we're going to go through what questions to ask there today. Okay. So that's what that's going to be a big thing I'm going to go through today, because the rest is actually pretty easy. Because this is that part, and then getting the paperwork turned in is going to be one of your guys' main jobs. Screening after that. Number 5, after that call, you are going to send them through the walkthrough. So it's Aspen Exteriors it's Aspen Fast Start /walk. Can I help you, Joe?
How you feeling?
Decent. You're rough? Slow?
I'm okay, but my respiratory is lacking. It's not 100%. I still got a cough, like a tickle in the back of my throat, and I feel like semi-fatigued, and then at night I feel super fatigued. Are you feeling 100%?
We got a 4:30 meeting, right?
Yeah.
I'm video recording this right now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're good. Walk through at so now you guys are going to send them to that, and you're setting them up to respond back saying, great, loved all the information. I would love to continue this process or whatever conversation. They're going to respond saying interested. Still, right? At that point, number 7, you guys can either start getting them ready to go ahead and join us. But at the same time, we're going to be scheduling them. You're going to schedule them or let them know my schedule. And I'm going to be doing, for the meantime, at least one Zoom call Monday through Friday.
Okay.
It's going to be scheduled. You guys will set up multiple people to this. Okay. So there's only going to be like a 1 o'clock. Monday, maybe I do 2. You know what I mean? Because we had the weekend and we could store up some people.
Yeah.
But then like Tuesday, probably just 1. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday in the morning type of thing. Mm-hmm. I'll get back to that Zoom, but when we do those Zoom calls, that's going to be the opportunity for you guys as well to get a hold of me, ask questions, have me go through stuff. So for training. So if you're like, Dan, I got a question on this or that. Okay. I want to try to limit, the amount of access maybe people have to me, if that's okay. Yeah. If I'm scheduling a 1 o'clock, I'm going to actually get on there at 12:30 if anybody needs my help. So if you need my help, if Randy needs my help, if Barb needs my help, if anybody needs my help, we can talk then. Okay. If you got a rep that's like, wants to talk, they can actually go through the Zoom call again. But if it's like their second time and they've got a weird question, you guys could tell them, I'll let Dan know you want to connect about 15 minutes early or 20 minutes, but I'll get on there 30 minutes ahead of time.
Okay.
So I'll be, worst case scenario, preparing myself. I'll have the Zoom thing up. I'll probably be reaching out to people just applying, that type of thing. But
would you want them to be done at 1 o'clock? All the appointments at 1 o'clock?
No, I'm gonna scatter it just so you guys imagine somebody can't do it during the day, but they can at night. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna look over it'll probably change from time to time, and either I'll give you guys access on the website to know when those Zoom calls are, or like 7 days ahead of time, you guys will always know. When that's going to be, because I'll have it in my schedule, and that's really what I'm going to build my day around, is that meeting, where it's more going to be a question and answer type of thing. So the neat thing is, when we talk, we're going to go through these screening questions here, is they're not going to be too much. It's not going to be too much. It's going to be, hey, you're going to get to know them, because you're going to be their guide. That's what you guys get paid $2,500 to guide them to be successful, to guide them to the training with the right expectations, with the right work ethic, to come in and then be successful from grow. So the Zoom call ran by Dan. I'll also be recording these, and and I'll send these or give you guys access to these too, if I feel like it was one worth saving or something like that, because it'll give you guys also an opportunity to hear what their questions are, and it's going to help you guys educate yourself for the screening process, right? Because the questions they ask me are the ones they're not getting from you guys. Yep. And slowly, if COVID happens to me or I go on a trip for a week, you guys will be like, I can do this. Yeah. And the other neat thing is the perspective of the applicant is they don't know what was supposed to happen, what could happen, what should happen. Yeah. Riley, with as experienced as you are right now, I would have taken this job if you would have walked me through what you know now, So I think what the Zoom thing will really help us all as a group is it's going to help us educate ourselves on what Dan would say, what the situation is, how to respond to people through the interview process like this. So does that make sense? Mm-hmm. After that, at the end of that meeting, I'm going to be saying, hey, you need to get a hold of Riley, Randy, and anybody else that, Barb, if she does, anybody, sending them my way. And then at that point, they're back a hold of you. During the Zoom call, I'll let you guys know, I'm not going to get to know these people. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm going to say, John from where? John from Kansas City. Okay.
Mhm.
Because I'm not gonna with as many of you guys, and I know you might get excited about people and you're like, oh damn, this guy's really good or that guy's really good. I'm starting to see why Trevor was like, get them to training, make sure they're ready to do this.
Gotcha.
Because then I can take over.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to, so number 8 after that is you guys are just, your guys' job is to get them to training
Okay.
with their paperwork in. If you guys need help with that, on that paperwork stuff, I'm not going to cover that today. But that's something we can go over before those Zoom calls, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So if I'm doing a 1 o'clock, I'll be on there at 12:30 to take any of your guys' questions and so forth. And yeah, and I'll send you guys these Zoom calls. So even if you got a person that can't make the Zoom call, you could be like, hey, how about I send you this? It was a call we did earlier,
Mm-hmm.
And you could send them a recorded situation. He can look it over, and maybe that's all they need. Maybe I never talked to him on a Zoom call.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
Cool.
Mhm.
Or you get them that information right away, and you're like, hey, and if you want, I'll tell you another Zoom call later, but at least you get the information now so we can start deciding, should we go to training?
Yeah.
So if they can't make that Zoom call the next 2-3 days, you'd be like, I'm going to send you one that we already recorded.
Mm-hmm.
And this should give you the information. If you like it, if you're definitely down, I will go ahead and start getting you ready for training. If later you want to jump on a call and ask Dan some questions, he does it every day.
Okay.
Type of thing.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to hit stop, and then we're going to go over the screening questions.